Philabundance is Delaware's largest hunger relief agency. They just launched their own brand of cheese called Abundantly Good. Joining me now is Kait Bowdler. Did I get that right?
Bowdler. It's
Bowdler, okay. She's the Director of Sustainability at Philabundance. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure. Now, we are going to talk cheese today.
This is my daily life, so.
Look, like you got to know it, right? So tell us, what is the program about?
So the goal behind Abundantly Good is that we want to provide better product for our clients. As you mentioned, we are the area's largest hunger relief organization, and we're constantly looking for better ways to provide quality products for our clients, but a lot of times quality product comes at a cost. So we figured out, okay, can we tie it to a retail program? And every time someone purchases cheese at any of our retail locations, $1 from every pound goes to the farmer so that they can provide the cost for the processing to make that cheese for our clients. So it's the same quality product, but it is, for the client side, it's upcycled, so it's excess milk.
Wow. So how did this get started?
It's through a lot of random connections and you know how the world works. Someone knows someone else. And it all started actually with Monica in our food acquisition department. Her father is a dairy farmer in New York, and he connected us with dairy farmers in Pennsylvania, and we worked through that and figured out, okay, so here's two challenges, and these are both things that we care about. There's excess food, a lot of time that's going to waste, and there's also people who need that food. So if you weren't aware, 40% of all food goes to waste in the country right now, as well as 1 in 8 Americans, and then 1 in 5 Philadelphians are going hungry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, was a lot of, I know that Lancaster is a big connection. Did a lot of their milk go to waste, or?
So yeah, specifically how we really started this program was there's this fantastic program in the state of Pennsylvania Agricultural Surplus System, which is state funding that provides for the purchasing and processing of donated goods for clients. Because there are opportunities that farmers can't always plan. Sometimes you don't have enough, and sometimes you have way too much. Cows still make the same amount of milk, no matter how many people are buying it. And so most likely, there's a lot of people in this area that just aren't buying as much milk as they used to. You know, there's almond milk, and there's all these different options, or people are saying it's bad for you or something. So those farmers that depend on it are stuck. You can't really just change your dairy cow into, you know, a head of lettuce like that.
They don't take vacations. They don't go to the beach on the
They
week.
don't.
No, during the summertime,
No.
but we still want milk. Right?
So what do you do with that? So this quality product is just getting left there, basically. And if you didn't know, Pennsylvania is the second largest dairy state after Wisconsin. So it's a huge source of income and support for all of our rural communities. So it's kind of this beautiful way to tie rural and urban, and how we can kind of support both of those communities together.
That is great.
Yeah.
Now, you stated about people saving or donating. Are there different partners that people are connecting with, or how? Where is that saving coming from?
So Philabundance is blessed. We have a lot of supporters, and we have a lot of people who want to work with us. And it's just a matter of finding those different ways. You know, sometimes people can donate to us, and they just want to directly donate. Sometimes they're going to come and volunteer their time. But sometimes if they don't want to do any of those things, they can also just go to the store and buy cheese. You know, most people in Philadelphia, I don't want to make any assumptions, but there's a lot of people who eat cheese.
Cheesesteaks, just saying.
So how do we make that just a part of their daily life? You know, you buy the food you would normally buy, but you're also doing good at the same time. Eat good, do good. It's just an easy situation.
So now, listen, as people from Philadelphia, you can have your cheesesteaks and give back too. Listen.
Yeah. So definitely, please visit any of our retail partners. You can find them on our website, philabundance.org/upcycle. And so we've been working with DeBruno's and their 5 locations. They are cheese. They are the masters of knowing what's good in cheese, and they were our founding partners. So they helped us figure out, test the market, try the different types, get really excited about this product. And we've now expanded. You can also buy it at River Ward's Produce. You can also eat it at a lot of local restaurants. So we've been working with Hungry Pigeon, Misconduct Tavern, and some others. So it's been really exciting, and we're just kind of slowly growing it.
Now, I heard you say the word upcycling.
Okay.
Can you give us a little more details about what that is?
Yes. So that has been really important to us, is that Abundantly Good, the official moniker or tagline of it, is upcycle and uplift. Because it really is this triple bottom line program. So think about it. The uplift part's easy. We're helping farmers. We're giving them a new income source. We're also helping our clients by providing quality product. And then on top of it, we're also helping the planet because we're taking food that otherwise would have gone to waste and putting it to a new use. So I want to be clear, it's not wasted food and it's not bad food. It's just that right now we're not really doing anything with it correctly. So upcycle is the fancy term for basically what you've always done and what your grandmother's always done. Well, when you have extra berries, you turn into jam. When you have a spotted banana, you make banana bread. It's just kind of looking at that product that maybe on its surface doesn't look exactly right, but you figure out a different use for it.
That's a good note. So just that thought process of what you just said, these are some tips that help people to actually save on food, because they can actually, about the tomatoes. So what was your suggestion about tomatoes and bananas and things that they could do to preserve those items?
Yeah, and that's part of it. This is supposed to be an inspiration. You know, we all can change our mind a little bit on how we take care of the products that are around us. You know, I can't change everyone's opinion right away, but there are little things that you can do that just to make different habits, you know. You can freeze your bananas. You can figure out different uses for them. You can take the tomatoes that are starting to get a little too soft and probably aren't so great on that sandwich, and you can make a sauce or soup out of it. There's just so many different ways to look at it, and we're just hoping Abundantly Good is just one way to engage a new audience in this world.
Awesome. Now, just because it's Philabundance, we know that they're supporting a lot of people in the community. But when the people see that truck, it's like, oh, this fruit is just old, or this is not good fruit. What is your thoughts for that?
So, and that makes me really sad. And that's honestly part of the biggest goal of this program, is that we want to tell everyone this is quality products. And it's just that because of, you know, challenges in the marketplace, these products couldn't be sold. So we want to be very clear. So last year, take for example, we rescued and distributed 25 million pounds of food in our area. 80% of that was food that otherwise would have gone to waste. So if you start to really unpack that number and you think about it, yes, a lot of it's from farms, a lot of it's from grocery stores. We get about 10 million pounds from local grocery stores. But some of it also is from what we call a rejected load. So that's a bag of grapes. You know those little bags of grapes that you see in the grocery store? Mm-hmm. If they are 0.5 ounces under the weight that they're supposed to be, the vendor will say, nope, I'm not taking it. All of those grapes are perfectly good. They're just not what the vendor wanted. So then they turn it away. Or if there's just an oversupply. Last year we got 11 million pounds of, which is great, from the Port of Philadelphia, but it was only 2 products, grapes and melons. No matter how hard you try, you can only eat so many grapes and melons in a certain period of time.
Right.
So what do you do with all of that? And that's where we have to try to figure out, okay, let's start to share. We shared a lot of that out with other food banks across the country, and they share things with us. When we all have times of excess, there's also times where we have nothing. And so you kind of have to figure out, like, well, what do we do to support each other?
Wow,
Yeah.
that is awesome, because a lot of people see the trucks coming, but they are not excited about it. But they just need to understand that this is the same thing that the market just says, no, we have enough, or it may not be the right weight.
Yeah.
So that is awesome, just to get that information out there so that they know. Hey, you see that truck? Follow that truck.
Follow that truck.
Find out where he's dropping those fruits and vegetables off, because it's good quality fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, and we're just trying to, you know, make a better food system. And there's a lot of things we still need to do. And will this solve all the problems? No. But it's one step closer. It's one way to start to figure out, how do we just start to look at everything a little different?
So how are you getting this information to the community? How are you sharing it and notifying them?
So I think that's what we're trying to do more of now, because I think you're right. We haven't always done such a great job at that, but this is what we've been founded on. Philabundance has always been a food rescue organization. But, you know, it was part of this education campaign that has to happen where we're saying, we're not feeding people waste, we're feeding good quality products, and it's just things that otherwise would have gone to waste. So we're trying to be smart about and figure out, okay, well, how do we make these connections and how do we make this work? And so that's what we're doing more of now. And that's through things like the Abundantly Good program. That's through our newsletters. That's through our website, having this be a part of more of our messaging, doing events, activities, doing more conversations with our agencies. So we have a network of 360 agencies spread across 9 counties. So that's a lot of, you know, education right there. Just spreading that word, and then they can spread it out to their networks too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if someone is hearing about this cheese that is being distributed and someone replies, oh, Philabundance, they're giving out government cheese, what would your response be to that?
So the thing is, yes, we have, because we've done some government programs, but we're really trying to get away from that. We're trying to provide a better product. So our goal is really to figure out how do we do more local. And so that's why we're testing this out, and we're figuring out, you know, it's still small. We've only distributed about 4,000 pounds of cheese at this point to our clients through this free program through Abundantly Good. But each time we figure out how to do a little bit more, it allows us to expand that program. So the more that we can get support for this, the more that we can say, okay, well, we don't need any of those government programs. We don't need to do any of that. But I mean, very honestly, government programs like SNAP and those sorts of things are a huge support for families, and we could never replace that. Right. And so we don't want to try to replace all that, but we do want to try to do what we can do best, which is provide better quality food for our clients.
And at the end of the day, everything is about the quality.
Yep.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah, and you know, we're striving. We're trying to figure it out. We're growing too, so it is constantly this, how do we keep moving forward a little by little?
Well, with your partners, it sounds like you guys are creating a great product.
This is true. Yes, we are very thankful to all of our partners on all sides. So the farmers, the retailers, the funders that support us like the Clinial Foundation, our agency network, they make this all happen. So it's all through them.
Okay. If somebody wanted to get more information, how would they be able to contact you guys?
So they can go to our website, and we have different contact forms on there. So it depends on what people want to do. Because hopefully they want to volunteer, or hopefully they want to donate. And so all of those different options are there. And then if you want to learn more about the sustainability program, it's sustainability@philabundance.org.
So there are many ways to give back. Because some people's like, I want to give back, but I'm not really sure. So they can volunteer, they can donate, they can support one of the partners.
Yes.
And part of that money goes to the Philabundance.
Yep.
So there's multiple ways. You can just go to the website if you want to volunteer,
or our newest one that I love.
There we go. All right.
Is what I'm titling our Urban Gleaning Program. So we've been partnering with the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market, and it's the largest indoor refrigerator, at least in America. And you can go down there for 4 hours and help out and sort through produce. And over the course of those 4 hours, you will be a part of saving 20,000 pounds of food that can go to our clients. So what happens is that for vendors, a lot of times that produce, it's more cost effective for them to throw it out if there's a couple bad in there, because they don't have the time. You know, time is money. They don't have the time to sit there and sort through. But they have been fantastic and allow us and our army of volunteers to come down there, and we can sort through it. And we can say, okay, these are actually bad, and these are the good ones we're going to keep.
Well, thank you for all this great information.
Yeah.
I know people are definitely going to go to the website, check it out. Thank you for your time, and you're watching PhilyCAM Voices, and we'll be right back right after this.